Hello everyone, welcome to more Endwalker. Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I have nothing to say. It is too early. So you might notice, local time, it's 12 o'clock. I'm actually being able to record this at like a decent hour. Yay! Problem is I also just woke up. So I'm like, So this is me being like half awake still. We'll see how this goes. I'm heartened to see you both safe. But what of the family? We found Kristoff, but he... Say no more. I understand. We've lost another of our dear friends. Kristoff may be gone, but there's still hope for Mevin and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if in your search you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. Come, let's rejoin your friends at once. Glad I still remember Matea's voice, so... I was honestly, like, concerned that I wouldn't remember how I had, like, done Matea's voice. So... Also, like, I'm on early, so it's interesting to see, like, the... Crossworld Link Shell here, actually like really active. I'm surprised Ryder and Aki are both on, actually. Usually I see them on later, but maybe they're on like early, then they get off, and then they get on later. I don't know. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friends and her child. Where should we begin, Matsuya? If we follow Kassandra south, we will arrive at Perusa, a temple. It's a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mevin sought shelter there, and perhaps other villagers as well. So, Matsuya, stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for the beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Perusa as quickly as we are able, with me. So they're gonna go down that way. But I seem to recall that there was an ether current. And I don't know if this is one that, like, a quest would take me towards later. Or if it's just, I missed it because it's up here, supposedly, in this area. And so I could see, like, the idea is that, you know, since this is where you come out of, right? You know, they just figured that you would have gotten the ether current that's up here, so. I don't know, it's further to the west than this? I am a little confused. So 254 west, which seems to insinuate that it's up there, but that doesn't make any sense because then I would have found it before southwest. Oh, yeah, okay, I think I know where this is. This is, so this might, yep. I was gonna say, so this might be one of the ones that I was trying to find before, last time we were here in Thavnair, that I ended up realizing was down in this area, because I came up into like this area and was like, there's one right nearby, but I can't seem to find it. So, cool. That said, I did not get close enough to discover this area over here. So might as well hit that up. And then I will probably pause for a moment to get back to the quest area. But this will at least give me the chance to discover this space. So, yay! There's Rods at Han, which I still don't have the ability to travel to, but we do have the ability to travel around here now, so that's nice. I will say one thing I do notice is like other YouTubers will cut out like all of the traveling, and that's fine. I get that, like, there's not a lot going on in those moments. So it does, you know, it does make sense to cut that out, you know. And certainly if you cut out all of, like, the traveling in these games, you know, you can probably record, like, 2 hours worth of stuff and have, you know, an hour or more's worth of video, right? So, but I don't know. I guess I like to watch, and maybe this is just me being like old, and so, you know, not exactly, yeah, in with the current crowd, you know. But I like. I like the slower paced, you know, snappy, or not as snappy, like, content. I think there's a lot of, like, you know, get to it. I mean, I get it, but, like, people don't have a lot of time to watch videos anymore. Which is actually really interesting, because longer form videos do better. That makes no sense in my opinion. But still. Terminus Pursua! God, these things are horrifying though. These freaking... like, these Terminus enemies are something else. You know, like when I think horror, I definitely don't think something like this. That's for sure. But then I don't do horror particularly, so thank you. I thought I was done for. Mevin? She's a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere, trying to avoid the beasts. And with her child, gods. Why not for me? I can make my way back to the village on my own. I mean, here's hoping that Mevin hasn't turned into a beast at this point, since we can't freaking find her anywhere. I'm sure she hasn't. I'm sure they'd make a big point of like, oh no, she turned into a beast, but still. There's Matzia. Kassandra, wait! Perusa lies just up ahead. Something terrible has happened. The beasts have come. Many have already been killed. Alphino and Alice have gone to do what they can. But there are so many. More than I could count. You must be ready. Alright. Up here is Perusa. But yeah, like I said, maybe it's just me being out of touch with, you know, the current generation. I remember somebody being shocked about, like, people watching YouTube videos at, like, double speed. I'm going, yeah, see, I would be very confused by that. Like, how would you even watch videos at double speed, you know? Like, that just seems insane. to like watch all of your YouTube videos at double speed. But I guess that's just what people do nowadays. I don't know. I can't let, like, ooh, voice crack. Like, as of time of recording, like, I can't find enough content on YouTube to watch. To even watch, like, you know, to watch content and have something, like, always running. Like, there's just not enough. You know, even at, like, 1x speed. I can't imagine, you know, watching at 2x speed. Like, as the norm. So, I mean, again, that is just me, I'm sure. But, I don't know, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's just me. So, I will say that I am much more likely to watch a series that has, you know, 30 episodes because of editing, as opposed to, you know, 300 episodes because of no editing. So, I mean, I can understand that aspect of it. Like, I watch a YouTuber, named Old Dragon. I've mentioned him a few times. But I do watch him on occasion. But, like, he's been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which it's funny because I haven't actually watched that one. But, like, he's one of those YouTubers that, like, 100% everything, every time. And he gets into, like, the side content, and it takes him, like, 100 episodes of side content, you know? And then I'm like, well, I don't really feel like watching just the side content, you know? So then I don't watch those episodes, and then by the time I'm, like, back to watching again, you know, he's beyond, you know, he's gotten into, like, the main content, and I've, like, missed 30 episodes. So, like, I do understand. And it definitely is one reason I like to watch, Nico B play through. Like, I watched him play through Xenoblade 2 and 3. I started watching his Xenoblade 1, but ended up not actually watching it because there's definitely something, like, fun about watching it, like, as they air, and you're kind of, you know, going through it with the YouTuber, right? As opposed to, you know, what I'm doing right now, actually, which is recording, like, the whole thing and then airing it, you know. I mean, you still get kind of the same experience because in this case it's like, here I am, you'll still, like, see these episodes, like, as they're airing kind of thing, right? There you are. How fare the others? I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight? In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple. But, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
大丈夫。じきに痛みも引きます。
誰かメバンを見てないですか？
Nobody.
ここにもいないか。
Don't lose hope.
一回りしてきたけど、もう獣も隠れてる人もいなかったわ。
二人ともお疲れ様。手当ての方も終わったところだよ。俺たちこれからどうなるんだ？
That's a good question. What will become of us? What will become of everything?
外からきっと助けが来てくれるよ。しばらくここには戻れなくなるかもしれないけど、いつかはまた。
他の国は無事なのか？
それはわからないけど。
二度と元になって戻らないわよ。どこに逃げたって何もかも手遅れ。だってもう私の家族はみんな
まずいわ。どうにか気を紛らわしてもらわないと。今度はこの人たちが。
みんな、ここはそのプルシャチーンだす。だから本物の神獣様とつながってて、辛いことに負けたくなければ教えを思い浮かべるんだす。そう、神々の最初の教えだす。この島のみんななら悲しい時や苦しい時いつも唱えてきたはずだす。
生まれし者よ聞け。生とはただ美しきものにあらず、生ける者は苦痛を知り、災難を知り、絶望を知る。あらゆる真苦は降りかかり続ける。
焼けた道を行けど報奨はなく、道の傍らにはいつも死が口を開いている。それらはお前を恐れさせ、嘆かせ、苛み、悩ませるだろう。
だが目を閉じてはならぬ。核のごとき生を見据えよ。お前を打ちのめしている真苦は、しかしお前を弱くはしていない。
一つ一つが焼けた鉄に振り下ろされる。土にお前を強き剣となすだろう。
God, this has been such a good story, man.
「ありがとうよ。こういう時こそ忘れちゃならんの。あなた方も助けてくださってありがとうございました。まだメバンが見つかっていないのでしょう。わしらは里まで帰れますので、 どうか彼女たちを探してやってください。
わかりました。道中の獣も払ってはありますが、くれぐれもお気をつけて。こんな
Whoops. I keep clicking too early.
みんなに声をかけてくれてありがとう。さっきのがあなたたちの大事にしてる教訓なのね。
そう、知恵と力を持った神獣様が人生の最初に授けてくださったという教えだす。オラはすぐうじうじしちゃうから、怒られたり嫌なことがあったり、不良の時なんかにもずっと繰り返してるんだす。
いい言葉だった。私まで強さをもらった気がしたわ。とても厳しい話でもあったけどね。
生きてみると実際そんなもんだす。大変なことの方が多いって最初に教えてもらえるから備えられるし、嬉しい時はたくさん喜べるんだす。
なるほど。その通りかもしれないね。
Gotta appreciate the good.
暗闇のうちに喜びを探すのです。絶望に目を凝らし、悲しみをかき分け、前へと歩み続けた者だけがその
Whoops. Right.
さーて、気合が入ったことだし、引き続きメバンさんを探さないと。
Uh-oh.
今のは誰かが追われてた。
The beast was chasing someone. Let's all just sit here and stare and watch. I know. They have to do something because of end of quest. Well, warm hearts rekindled hopes. Elsa is gazing out intently between the trees. Over there! My view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Kassandra, go with Matsuya and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. Alright. Before I go too far, southwest, okay. Because I know we're pretty close on ether currents. Yeah, we've got 3 left. And then of course the quest ones, which they might end up coming a little after we get through the main area here. Just because I haven't been able to I haven't seen the ether quest stuff yet. The ether current quests yet. I've only seen 2 of them. And I know one I've got to go back to the other area of Thavnair. So that'll probably be one of the last ones I get. Depending. Hey! Mevin!
遠いけど間違いない。メバンダス。来ないで。
Go, Alphino! And Alice. Oi! Run, Mevin, run! Uh-oh. Good thing I have a bathing suit on. Survey the designated location. Nevin's lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her death no doubt came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. Oh dear. Nevin's baby! Is the baby going to still be alive? Because I feel like it would definitely be dead. Take the baby into your arms. If yet she lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. Well, we tried to save them all. I definitely, like, I have the feeling the baby will survive, but I'm going like, the baby would be dead. For sure. And there goes, well, there's the microphone again. But yeah, baby would be dead for sure. No offense, but baby would be dead for sure. Like, it doesn't take a lot to drown. You know, baby would have drowned. So, Gusaya. At least the monster seems to be down. Did you find Mevin and the child? Damn it all. You have the child. Let me see her. Then again, maybe with some magic, baby might yet live.
体が冷たいままだわ。
外傷はない。意識も戻っている。ただ生命力が低下してるんだ。これ以上は中魔法をかけるよりも里に戻って着替えや手当てをした方がいい。急ごう。
Uh-oh.
こんな時に。
マトちゃん、
More Terminus.
この子を預かって。
More Terminus.
この遺跡の周辺に潜んでいた獣が騒ぎでこちらに気づいたか。とすれば、増える可能性もある。時間がない。マトシャ、君はその子を連れて里まで走れるかい？
そりゃできなくもないけど、ほら一人でなんてそんな。獣を引き連れて里の方へは行けないわ。こいつらは私たちがここで必ず倒す。だからあなたも勇気を出してその子を救って。わかった。ほら先に里へ戻る。それじゃあ私たちで隙を作る。行ってマトシャ。
Oh boy. Run, Matsuya.
落ち着け。怖がっちゃダメだす。そんな。
Uh-oh.
どうすれば。
Uh-oh.
ない怖くない。生ける者は苦痛を知り災難を知り、道の傍らにはいつも死が口を開いている。やだ、怖くない怖くない怖くないってば。うわー、お前を打ちのめしているシンクは、しかしお前を弱くはしていない。焼けた鉄に振り下ろされる土に似て、お前を強き剣と。剣と。
お、エステディオンブタ。
神様。
いいや、だが君たちを守るものだ。
助けて、この子を助けてあげてください。ケラシャウとメバンの大事な子なんだ。
どうやらそんなチビでもお前がなんだかわかるらしいな。
よく頑張ってくれた。ひとまずパーラカの里まで送ろう。
となればあとは相棒たちだな。まあ空から見たあの様子なら俺が出るまでもなさそうだ。
So many like automatic dialogue cutscenes. Not that I'm complaining, I think it's really interesting. It's almost nicer that the dialogue is automatic.
急いでマトちゃんを追いかけないと。
I have a feeling he'll be fine. He had help from on high. Saw Virtua.
何が？
I saw Virtua fly overhead.
随分と盛況だったみたいだな。
I guess.
エスティニアン。そうか。君がマトシャの援護？
こっちの助けに向かおうって決めたのも、走っていくあいつを見つけたのもブリトラだ。今は里まで送り届けてる。
ブリトラが人の前に。彼は大きな決断をしたのだね。
まあな。お前たちもこのまま合流するか？
待って。その前に一つだけ。メバンさんを引き上げてあげたいの。しっかり抱いていてくれたおかげで赤ちゃん大丈夫だったって言ってあげなきゃ。それでせめて遺体を旦那さんのところに。
Oops. Boy, there is so much going on in this expansion. It's insane. Also, all of a sudden, we're all the way up here. I guess it makes sense. This is where, Kassandra was, but still. We've done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palakistan to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mevin and Korosov died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even that smallest of solaces would be this comforting. Right? Hey, Ether Current. Estinian stands in silence, a grim expression on his face. You already done? In that case, let's head to Palaka's stand. No doubt Vertra is awaiting us. Alright. Well, that means that all of the Ether Current quests must be available somewhere on this map. I just don't know where they are. So maybe they're all on the other side. Like, because there's this one here, which is Stepchild. I don't see any blue quests over at the Great Work, though. So I don't have a clue where these are. So, I mean, unless they build off of each other, or maybe like we go over here for something, and then the others are over there. Because that's the only blue quest I'm seeing right now. So, but I am going to see if we can get the last 3 ether currents now. Still to the south. Ufiti! That was actually an Ufiti mount that you could get at one point. It didn't... I think I got it. Because it was from the... Oh, southwest. It was from the irregular Moogle tomes. Back in, I think, 6.1. Between 6.1 and 6.2. Where? South. Whoa, frick. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping I could, like, drive on that section, but apparently not. Now, like, the only way out is over there. That's annoying. But it's probably down in that direction, I guess. I'll go ahead and pause until, like, I find the ether current. So, I will be right back. Hey, found it. Cool. There should be 2 more still. One is southeast of here. And then I wonder where the other one's gonna be. Because if I'm reading this right, I'm still missing one from, like, when we entered this, like, half of the area. So, and in that regard, I don't know where it would even be. It should be, this one should be around here. There it is. Now that's interesting. That looks like that leads into something. Into the Night's Watch, maybe. I mean, I can't go this way, clearly, as is visible on the map, but that seems to be where the Night's Watch area is. So where's the last one? In the Night's Watch area. That or just, like, over here? It's... Well, let's go to Garlemald and let's try coming up here. Maybe it's in... Maybe it's right there somewhere. Not sure. But this will let us at least stop by and get this Ether Current quest. Maybe that will unlock the others? Or something? Not sure. Stepchild. Ogle is looking around in trepidation. Why are the Matanga everywhere? Has this town fallen? Ah, your face. It is known to me. You were the warrior who fought for the mole in the Nadam. I am Ogle of the Katayan. It was your bravery and skill which inspired me to embark upon my own hero's journey. Yet now I have foolishly blundered into a den of Matanga. Why do these others walk without fear? Do they not care if they are slaughtered? Matanga are not like those on the Azam steppe. The Arcasodera are a civilized tribe. Were there I don't even remember there being Matanga in the steppe. I do not doubt your word, but grandmother would always warn me, if you encounter Matanga, you turn tail and flee, as fast and far as you can. Her tales were awful and bloody, so now the very sight of them, the terror rises unbidden. No, I cannot stay here. I must earn enough coin to buy passage from this nightmare island as soon as possible. I beg of you, stay at my side for a time, just until I meet with this Kassandra person the sailor told me about. She said to have work that pays a fair wage, so I will see what she has for me. Let me guess, Kassandra is a Arcasodera, aren't they? Isn't she? I'm half expecting that the Kansa whatever is going to be an Arcasodera. A Matanga, as she put it. But yeah, I think it might be like right over this way for the Ether Current. Based off of where that was claiming it was, it might be... Yep, there it is. Okay, so this was one that I would have been able to get before. I just didn't see it, which is fine. So, Ether Current. Alright, well that's the last overworld Ether Current for this zone. Now it's just the Ether Current quests, of which I have no idea where the other two are. So, I wouldn't be too surprised if they're like in Radzethan or something. And maybe they're unlocked once the what's her name? Yeah. Yep, Kassandra. There she is. I kind of figured she'd be a Matanga. By the Dusk Mother, no one told me Kassandra was a Matanga. Could I ask you to speak with her in my stead? I understand. I get it. Welcome to Garlemald, traveler. I'm Kassandra, and it's my job to assign the right work to the right workers. Might I have your name? I'm Kassandra. And this is... I don't remember her name. Kassandra and Ogle, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, grandmother, why? Why did I have to be a Matanga? Is your companion quite alright? She's scared of, Matanga. Ah, an understandable reaction. The Gajasura tribe have done much to stain the reputation of our people. You are looking for work, though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can get since the troubles began, so I'm afraid all the simple jobs are gone. As for what's left, I only have tasks fit for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? For fighting? I can fight. Lest you doubt, my skill is likened to that of the Dragonbane, the legendary Chakazo herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you out on escort duty then? A group of artisans set off to harvest materials, and ask that I send any prospective protectors their way should I happen to enlist any. What? They already set off? So did he not to escort them? There's to be a ritual dance performed in Kajaya's footsteps. They'll need incense and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there was no time to waste. And, these artisans you speak of, do they also include Matanga in their number? It was an Arcasodero who submitted the request. I hope that won't be a problem. Not at all. I look forward to fainting at the feet of my most feared enemy. Kassandra, I cannot do this alone. Pray lend me the strength of the victor of the Nadam, and half the reward for this task will be yours. Sure, I guess. The Arsons didn't plan to venture far. Leave Yedlamed to the west, and you should soon come across your employer. Then that is where we shall meet. You'll find me there, yes? Poor Ogle. Poor Ogle. Salt winds welcome. I just wanted to see if there was anything else. I also wonder if, like, you know, there's the Night's Watch here, and then there's Jahanamandapa? Whatever that is. I can't help but wonder if maybe there's blue quests in either of those. And they're just not showing up because I haven't, like, gone to those places. So... because there are no other blue quests that are listed on the map right now. Guess we'll find out. Ah, you must be our belated escort, yes? Glad to have such courageous, is your companion not well? She seems a bit touch shaky. Of course, I should have thought of it before. She'll harvest the necessary ingredients while the artisan stays here. However, I have no need to fear him, or being harmed. Perfect. I must say, this is less than ideal. The people are already scared across the wilds, and I want someone to roam around and ensure they were safe from attack. And your friend perhaps fighting by Arcasodera? I've met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you could patrol the area as I asked, I must attend to my own harvesting. Ogle has run off into the wilds alone. Keep an eye out for her as you continue your patrol. Alrighty. Search for Ogle. We shall follow this way. I already see a big purple up here. So, yep. It's a Gaja. Oh, I have full freaking mana here. Or rather, I should say I have 50 mana. Couldn't aid the Arcasodera. It must think me foolish. I'm so absorbed in my tasks that I failed to notice the ground shaking at their approach. Still, my injuries are light and my satchel is full. Thanks to you, I think I can make it back to town in time to meet the others. Hey, what happened? Did you slay the beast? That was a near thing. I took the first one by surprise, but the second, knowing Matanga stood at my back, my mind froze. My body refused to obey. Grandmother taught that we should let fear wash over us like water, but to my shame, I could not have failed her more thoroughly. Not to sound ungrateful, Kassandra, but why did you follow me? We were to patrol? Forgive me. Should have waited for orders instead of running off alone and putting lives in peril. Come, we should return to our employer. I want to be sure that the wounded man reached safety. Poor Ogle. Heck. Wrong Crossroad Lake Show. Poor Rain. My colleague told me of the rescue, although I had hoped for an escort from the start. Imagine if you hadn't come at all. Sent him and the others back to our workshop, so consider your duty with us complete. You have my thanks. As for your payment, that you can collect from Kansana. Right, I suppose we report to Kansana then. Indeed we do. I do feel bad for her. Like, I completely understand being absolutely terrified of things, you know? I like that she's over here. There you are. Your employer expressed satisfaction with your work. And congratulations on a job well done. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned, to say the least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. But when times are hard, the people of Thavnair rely on such traditions to renew their faith and bolster their hearts with the teachings of the divine. The death of an artisan would have thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. Please accept your payment, half each as agreed upon. Are you interested in further work? I have something for you if so. Ah! Matanga along the way. Oh, I bet this is the tribe quest. Okay, interesting. I bet that's the tribal quest. So there's that. I wonder if they unlock as we go, or if there's anything in Rodzit Han and I just, like, I can't see it right now, even if there were, just because I'm not in Rodzit Han, you know. So actually, I should just, I guess we'll just go to Palaka's stand, and then after that we'll see where things go from there, so. And if we end up having to unlock the main quest one before the others, then we do, so. It's very possible that that just may be the way this area is, though. Or some quest will, like, pop up here after we're, like, done with Vertra. So. Rest easy, for all is well here. Let me see. Do I have a good, like, booming thing here that I could do that's not necessarily, like, evil sounding?
How about this one? Sure. Rest easy, for all is well here. Let me turn this up a little bit. Young Masaya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was words of the mother and father's fate. as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavnair must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. For us often, Mevin's babe is a child of Thavnair as well. Thank you for returning her to us safe.
Oh, most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. To say that that were it not for you, brave Matsuya the child would have been lost to us forever. Long ago when I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap. But never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul.
Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vertra, and for years uncounted hath this island served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahwan as my loyal servant.
Are my ears to be deceived? You were the true satrap all along. Oh, hey! It's these two. Nidhana? What are you doing here? It's Nidhana. I wonder if these warding scales can be used at all. I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palakistan in their time of need. And so, I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mevin's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary?
Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum?
A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a marmot indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I'd always assumed one of Ahwan's associates was manipulating it from afar, but the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vertra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart.
'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashions the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radzethan, but the star.
Far too kind of you. Far too kind you are, Master Vertra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this, their darkest hour.
'Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzethan fares. What will you do, Scions?
I worry for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Alrighty. Whoops. Nidhana. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts. What in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnair? A lot. The final days and all that. Oh my, it's a rather lot to take in. It seems the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and pure sugar. I made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then. Not in the least. Ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. A spicy aroma and the distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nidhana. By all means, allow us to assist. There you go. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. Far less arduous task, no doubt. When you've finished, look for me at the wakeful Tirana. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that we're going to go back to Radzat-Han, and then maybe the other blues will show up. Look at them all lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I for one intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Wow, I read that backwards. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Hot chai. Have some. Oh, that's a cool mount. A cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It's precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there's any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. Oh, there's a weary citizen over there. I am seeing that there's a lot of NPCs around here now. So I'm wondering if the blue quest will show up in here. Wait, I know you. You're the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. Times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. What future awaits us? How can Radzat-Han hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone. I don't know where to turn. Have some hot chai. Take a moment. Sit down and relax. Cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. No matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. For that is all any of us can do. Yes. Back to work, once I finish this cup. Thank you. Maybe it's just because I'm going through something, not this terrible. Certainly not the freaking end of the world. But maybe it's because I'm going through, like, you know, really dark, really messed up situation in real life. Like, maybe that's why I'm, like, really resonating with this. Because it's, like, I'm really resonating with this, like, storyline, you know? Like, this, you know, this whole, like, despite how bad it is or might be, you know, keep looking forward kind of thing, you know? I'm sorry, I just wanted to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it's all I could do to run. All the while, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. Have some hot chai. Take a moment, rest, calm yourself, that sort of thing. This is for me? We used to drink chai together often. Shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory, and for we who must remember. Hey! Blue quests! Just like that, the blue quests appear. Cool. Of course, I jumped down only to need to come up here. Weary Radiant. The Weary Radiant seeks someone willing to brave the wilderness. Ooh. Hey, we have a free company place now. Awesome. What luck. You look capable of... Sorry, I was looking at the character confused. You look capable of braving the jungles unscathed. Did you help me search for a group of refugees I became separated from? As the chaos unfolded around us, I fled in the direction of a Gama temple, along with a few others. There, one of those terrible beasts fell upon us, and I lost track of my group in the chaos. When I was able to make my way here, none of the others have, and I worry for their safety. I'd like nothing more than to search for myself, but all hands are required to defend this place. The Gama temple is to the west. Please, journey there and guide anyone you can find back here. I only hope that some manage to survive this madness. So I'm going to pick up these blue quests, and then I'm going to turn in the main scenario quest. After that, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode, and we'll start with these quests in the next one. The Radiant Host Captain seeks someone to help her in her duties. I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It's all we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing the settlement whole. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let us commence at once. Alright. Yeah, next time we'll be able to pick up the last things and fly around, so... Thank you for delivering the chai, Kassandra. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? It did. That is heartening to hear indeed. Final days show no sign of abating, but that's all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts, but we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition. But it's only in acceptance that we find that strength to move forward. Simple pleasures. Yeah! Under his wing, Matsuya is eyeing you as if there is something he wants to say. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know, what has become of Mevin and Querasov's remains? We took them to the temple. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely, they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her, growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. When she's able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work. How the tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnair like is not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radzahan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I'll bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. And let us find Justinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The wakeful Torana, near the bridge to Radzahan, as I recall. Very well, then. Alright. Well, with that, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's now another blue quest, which I assume also plays into the, what's it apparent? Yezin is mumbling to himself indistinctly. Yeah. So, I think that that's another part of unlocking, like, the tribe quest. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's not, ether current, though. So we will look into that another time. I don't know when. But I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below. There is a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you missed. Or you can just use the end card, I suppose. We should begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees from Yedlamid pass. We'll cover more ground if we split into two groups. If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid. If you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. And if you should encounter one of those terrible beasts, slay it where it stands. Once we've made a thorough search of the area, let us rendezvous back here. Godspeed. But yeah. There's also a link down there to both Discord and Patreon. They really do help out the channel. And you can come hang out with us, chat, and all that. So, and with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later. It's right up here. Okay, it's just the little sparkles up here. Got it.